Hey guys, Melinda Haynes, license number 102308. The triggers that happen immediately following D-Day or sometimes shortly after D-Day, because of the numbing stage, that like initial shock and denial thing, when the triggers start to actually set in to our life, they can be overwhelming because they're everywhere. You could look at a stranger, a person who's like just randomly buying apples in the grocery store or something, and you can all of a sudden be like, oh my gosh, do you cheat on your spouse? I bet you do. Did you lie to her about this and this and this? Or you could look at, similar to a female, did you ever do this? And oh, I bet, would you have sex with my spouse? That kind of thing. And it can seem irrational because you're constantly thinking about it, not in just relation to like people, but in relation to music that you hear. You might hear some kind of sappy love song and think, well, I thought I had that kind of relationship, or screw those people who have that kind of relationship. Or it could be, your song, maybe the song that you played at your wedding, or a song that you danced to, or, sent each other, via text or whatever. Those kinds of things can be exhausting and constant. So just understand that in the beginning, yes, you're going to feel like the entire universe is a firing squad aimed directly at your heart because you've been through something traumatic. And intimate betrayal is a very, very traumatic thing. Do not brush that aside. Don't take that lightly or think that, you're being weak or silly because you're crying over, a relationship or a person. Intimate betrayal, look, I can't even say it. Choking over it, excuse me. Intimate betrayal is very painful. It is a trauma. There will be triggers. The best way to handle triggers, and this is just kind of in general, not just for this type of betrayal or type of trigger, but for triggers in general, you want to acknowledge that they exist, plan for them, anticipate them. If you know you're going out in public and you're going to be seeing other humans, and you might have those kinds of thoughts or questions, prepare for it. Prepare how you're going to respond, what you're going to say to yourself. If you think you have to go to a place where you can't control the music, such as the gym or the grocery store, and you go there and you hear a song, plan for it. Plan that you're going to hear a song, and what are you going to do? You're going to bring headphones and listen to some like a boring newscast. What are you going to do in order to handle the trigger? Now, you don't want to spend your entire life avoiding triggers. You want to be able to master them. You want to be able to say, you know what, I understand that these triggers are going to happen, and here's my plan of action. I can't tell you specifically what to do for each trigger because that's an individual thing that's unique to you. You're going to have your own plan. You might call a friend. You might watch a funny cat video on your phone. You might have a scripture that you like to read. You might do whatever. All kinds of fun ideas. If you've got ideas, if you have a way that you've handled a trigger, post it below. Now, I'm not talking about avoiding. I went the long way around. I took 17 extra miles to go around so I just could avoid, that store that we always used to shop at together, that special restaurant where, we got engaged. Not that. I'm talking about ways that we actually can still interact in our lives on a normal day-to-day basis and face a trigger, deal with it successfully, and at the end of the day say, you know what, I had 470 triggers today and I survived every single one of them. It's not going to be that many for that long, don't worry. So anyways, post your comments below, and I know this seems kind of late to say this because if you're watching this, you're probably already in a lot of pain, but my thought is to guard your heart, especially now, guard your heart, the decisions that you make moving forward from here and in the future. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching.